connecting decimals and fractions. Part 1 is connecting or converting decimals to fractions. The way we do this is we write it like we read it, using the decimal place value place as the denominator and the digits in the decimal as the numerator. And then after we do that, we put the fraction in simplest form. So let's try it with our first problem here. We have 25 hundredths. So I can write that as a fraction, 25 100ths. And then I want to simplify. Well, I know that 25 can be divided by 25, and so can 100. 25 goes into 25 one time, and 25 goes into 100 four times. So my simplified fraction is 1/4. So 0.25, which is properly said as 25 hundredths, can be converted to a fraction and is equivalent to 1/4. Let's try this one right here. 2.6. The correct way to say this is 2 and 6/10. Well, I have my whole number before the decimal, the 2, which means I'm going to have my whole number in my fraction. This is going to be a mixed number. So there's going to be a whole and a part of a whole. 2 is the whole, and then 6/10 is the part of the whole. Now I want to put this in simplest form. 2 can't get any more simple, so I'm going to keep that in my, I'm just going to go ahead and put it in the answer blank. But I can simplify that fraction. Well, I know 6 can be divided by 2, and so can 10. So the fraction is going to end up being, oops, not 3/10, but 3/5. So 2 and 6/10 is equivalent to 2 and 3/5. Let's try this one right here. This can be said as 335 thousandths. So I'm going to go ahead and write my fraction. Well, right off the top of my head, I noticed that 335 ends in a 5, so that means it has to be divisible by 5. And 1,000 ends in a 0, so it's also divisible by 5. Well, 335 divided by 5 is 67, and 1,000 divided by 5 is 200. So the fraction equivalent of 335 thousandths in simplest form is 67 200ths. Let's try one more. So we have 75 thousandths because that 5 is in the thousandths place. So I'm going to write it 75 over 1,000. And then I actually noticed that I can divide by 25 because 25 goes into both 75 and 1,000. 25 goes into 75 3 times, and 25 goes into 1,000 40 times. So 75 thousandths converted to a fraction and simplified is 3/40ths.